Hi, I'm Josephine Smith, Director of Career Services. Going on a job interview is one of the most important meetings of your career. There are several key things you should know to help you stand out in the competition. To help you, we talked to a number of top executives of companies that are on our advisory board. Here are the top 10 items that they find important.
Be on time for your interview. Now, when I say be on time, that doesn't mean show up half an hour early. 5 to 10 minutes, that's fine. Remember, you're interviewing with a person whose time is very valuable. So you don't want to come too early, and then again, definitely do not come too late at all.
If you're going to be late, which may happen, you may have an accident that morning, you spilled coffee on yourself, something, call ahead, make sure you communicate. It's okay to, you want to make sure you're in touch with the person. They're taking time out of their day to talk to you. Show them that respect, that courtesy.
As you walk through the door, we feel that you're representing our brand. You become part of our brand. And so a first impression that you create is very, very important. If you come in and you look disheveled, you aren't dressed appropriately, crisp, shirts ironed, suit crisp, we would probably not have a very good first impression of you, and the job interview may end before it even begins.
A few years ago, we had a wonderful candidate from this school came through. She was extremely qualified. Unfortunately, she had purple hair when she came in. And it was unfortunate because my boss could not get over the fact that she had purple hair, and we actually hired a subpar candidate.
When you show up, have a copy of your resume. There are countless students who show up without a resume. They think just because they applied online that we already have a copy of your resume. Whether we do or not, show up with your resume. It shows that you care about yourself and that you've put some thought into the interview and that you are prepared for it.
I'd like to see a complete letter of recommendations. We like to see your resume. I want a professional cover letter.
Come prepared. What I mean by that, if you're coming to talk to our company or any company that you're going to interview with, do some research. There's a lot of material out there with the web today. Companies have websites. Figure out what they do.
You got to know your audience when you're going to an interview. If you're interviewing with Google, you may be able to get away with more of a casual look than if you're going for Westinghouse. At Westinghouse, if you came in and you sat down across the table from me and you had gauges in your ears, I'm going to be looking at you the whole interview thinking, what's he doing to his ears? If you go to Google and you have gauges in your ears, they're going to look at you as being creative. There's a difference. Know your audience, know their products, know where they're located at, know what they've been doing the last couple of years, what keeps them in the news.
Eye contact and good communication. When I sit and I interview a person, the last thing I want to see is someone sitting like this, holding their hands and mumbling, okay? Be presentable, sit back, focus on the person you're talking to, maintain good eye contact, speak clearly.
Because you won't be an employee very long if you show up and you can't complete a sentence. And you can't complete a sentence without saying the word like. And if you can't talk to somebody face to face without looking them in the eye.
If you can't ask me relevant questions to an interview, we really have nothing to talk about, and it hasn't shown me any initiative that you actually have an interest in working for our organization.
Come with some questions for us. We like that because then that shows that you've taken time and you're very serious about being considered for a position with our company.
Be truthful about your qualifications. If you don't know something, admit it. Because if you get that job and you don't know how to do it, you're going to be out of there faster than you know what.
They sold themselves as knowing more than they actually did. We had one fella, I swear it was like Jekyll and Hyde. He interviewed fabulous. He had all the right questions. He was phenomenal. When we brought him in to work, it was like we had his twin who absolutely knew nothing. So I don't know what happened there, but if you're practicing for an interview, be true to yourself.
Facebook is a fun tool. It's a wonderful tool. It's a tool I refuse to use because I know the downside of it. But be careful what you put out there. If you're at a party and someone takes a picture of you in a suggestive manner, that's going to be there forever. And it's going to go out into the media. It's going to go out for everybody to see, including me. If I'm going to look you up, I'm going to check you out on social media, I'm going to see these pictures. And so don't let anybody, be extremely careful about Facebook, Twitter, or whatever you're doing out there, because it's all there forever.
Being sure that you're very careful about the things that you say and do, and knowing that it is a public forum, is something that really speaks to professionalism in our industry.
One of the things you need to start now when you're entering school is know that you will be expected to take a drug test. They will do a background check on you. So if you are doing drugs, stop them. If you have something in your criminal past that makes you unhireable, then you need to look at going to a smaller company that will not be doing a background check on you.
Well, not only is it important to have a driver's license, but they do a records check to see if you've had any traffic violations. If you have, whether it be parking tickets or speeding tickets, moving violations, if you have more than 2 over a certain period of time, then you can't work for Range Resources.
And when you are done, make sure you send them a thank you. Let them know that, I enjoyed speaking to you. Take notes. Let them know that you remembered what they were talking about their products. Let them know that you are interested in the company. Let them know everything about you and everything that went on in that meeting so that they know that you do have an interest and you are hireable.
And then follow up even after the interview. If they tell you that, that they'll be in touch, if you don't hear from them within a week, just call and say, I interviewed with you last week. I'm just calling to check on the status of the position. Has it been filled? Am I still being considered? Because again, that lets us know that you're serious and you're really hoping to be employed there.
I know all the teachers, they say about attendance, stuff like that, make sure you're coming to class. That is the one thing I push the biggest, attendance. Before I even look at grades, I'm going to look at your attendance sheet. If I see you're not coming to class, you know where your resume goes? In the round paper basket. I look at it this way. If you're not coming to class, why would you show up for work? Why would I hire you? Thank you.